What's up, everyone? NW Order for Life here with Parasyte The Maxim episode 22 review. This is not going to be a long video, going to be really quick. Um, what happened was Shinichi and Migi try to fight Gotou, and it doesn't work out too well. They have a plan to use fire to make Gotou lose momentarily, like lose his senses, his focus, which would allow Migi to chop his head off. And without the main parasite in the head, the other parasites would fall, and victory would be theirs. But unfortunately, Migi had to separate from Shinichi's arm to so that they could distract Gotou, so Shinichi could hit him in the back with the fire, and then so Migi could attack by himself on the other side. And Migi hit his cut was too shallow; it wasn't good enough, and Gotou gained his senses quick enough and was able to block the rest of Migi's attacks. Since the one decisive strike couldn't do it, Migi yelled at Shinichi to run away because otherwise they'll both die. And Migi pretty much fades into death by drying out. He dries out and says this is death or whatever. And he has a big character moment where he says that he's glad he didn't take over Shinichi's brain, and that instead they became friends. So showing there undeniably that the humanity has affected Migi and changed him from the cold, calculating parasite that we always thought he was. And Shinichi runs and cries and is mourning over Migi's death, and subsequently Gotou is just trying to find him. Tracking him down and stuff like an animal. And Shinichi finds this old woman's house to stay for a while, and he kind of helps her out, with chores and things of that nature. And she kind of treats him like a son. And the villagers start bothering them, because there's a monster going around killing people, and they think it's something that Shinichi is a part of because he just got there and things started happening. So Shinichi realizes that it's his fault that Gotou is killing people and Godou's looking for him. He tells the old lady, and she gives him some life advice, saying that people don't want to be alone, people can't be alone. And when he leaves, she prays to her dead husband for him to watch over Shinichi. And that's pretty much the episode in a nutshell. It was a good episode. The two main points to take from it is Migi's death and the life lesson that Shinichi learns from the old lady. And Migi's death, was very good for his character development, talking about how he's changed as a character, and seeing his mindset is just totally different than what it used to be, and now valuing friendship with Shinichi. And again, a great tactics by Migi and Shinichi. It was obviously Migi's plan to kill Gotou, after he gets distracted by fire, because fire, would penetrate his armor. Like they would find a spot that wasn't armored, and the fire would screw up all his senses, and it would cause his body to cover the part where there's fire, which would make his concentration waver, and then allow Migi to cut his neck off and kill him. It was a great strategy. Just didn't work out because Migi was too weak. Staying separated from Shinichi too long, and we see Shinichi being really infused with fear in this episode. Again, same as Migi, he really values their friendship, and so it was good, for their bond to establish. And then, a part of the episode at the very end, you see an eye in Shinichi's stump of where his forearm should be, and in that stump is an eye from Migi's cells. So they kind of ruined that, oh, he's probably not really dead because Migi lives within his cells. Maybe Migi will revive somehow. So if that's the case, it was kind of ruined, I feel. But still, I think they're not going to. I don't think they can drag anything out because the series has to end. So that's why they can't really drag out things that should happen next episode. Oh wow, Migi might be alive. preparing the audience for it to come, and it's more of like a build up to fighting Gotou, which they've done really well. You know, Gotou is really looking to be this amazing monster, and you know, together they couldn't beat Gotou, so how will Shinichi beat him now? You know, so that's really good. And finally, you know, the old lady was, you know, an annoying thing. I didn't really care too much for it, but the message at the end was true. You know, you need people, humans need people, and that was pretty much, you know, the message there. And I don't really see anything else to talk about. I'm going to give this like a 7 out of 10. I didn't think it was that great of an episode, and that's shocking for me because I usually love every episode of Parasyte The Maxim, and very few have gotten below an 8, I think, from me. So yeah, so I'll give it a 7 because it was decent fighting with combat and good character development between Migi and Shinichi. And hopefully we don't see any more of this old woman, and hopefully it just keeps going into the battle, and we get some epic Shinichi comeback, you know, that he makes a comeback against Gotou. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching this video review. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please rate the video and subscribe for more videos in the future. Thank you. Have a nice night.